Hey everyone, my name's Ari Hicks, dark pop princess and spooky queen, and it is so nice to be here today.
Heat underneath everything, burning up my blood. Still had to breathe, feel the grief covering my blood. If I'm a fool, then at least I'll be a good one. Glitter in the streets, all over me, on my town. What I do.
So this one's fun because it's definitely meant to be more literal. I was writing a lot of these songs when I was creating them, and music typically comes from a very hyper-personal place. And you know, when I first started releasing music, that's definitely where I pulled from. I kind of got out everything what I really wanted to say growing up, as a teenager, as a young adult. And then once I got all of that out and the music and the writing process kind of caught up with me in real time, I was like, crap, what do I write about? You know, I've been in the pandemic for 2 years. Not much has really happened for me to pull from. Obviously, a lot happens during the pandemic, but I wanted to write about other stuff. And part of who I am as a person is I love storytelling and I love stories, movies, television, the worlds that immerse you in different things. And for this album, it was cool because I started pulling from more of a story-based area of things that are still personal to me, but maybe not hyper-personal situations, not like an ex per se, but I can still draw on a situation from an ex and kind of take it and make it into a cooler story. So when I was explaining what these songs were and the meaning behind them, I kept literally found myself saying, it's not really that deep though, like it's not that serious, it's not that, you know, intricate in terms of how much it came from a personal place. And it took me a second to get on board with that because I thought that was wrong for the longest time. But I think I also didn't realize that that still was a very personal side to me because I do love stories and I love creating, and I love being able to put that into my music now, which is what this album is.
Sad ghost, no one ever gets too close to me. Dying on the inside, but you seem to see right through. Smiling, but I'm blue. I'm a psycho, maybe that's the reason they all leave. Is it only in my mind, or am I stuck inside this room? Haunted without you, I'm a psycho.
So my next release, I just released my Halloween song called Sad Ghost. And then that is shortly followed by, in mid-November, It's Not That Deep Chapter 2, which is my personal favorite because it's got all the more, like even more darker and spookier kind of songs on it, sonically and vibe-wise. So those are my favorite songs, I think, that I've created to this day. And then right now I'm here just creating, writing, seeing what comes out, trying some things. I did a song that was like, I never want to limit myself though either. Like I still want to carry that darkness and that spookiness, but like I did a song the other day that was just very dancey. And I was like, I don't know, I kind of fuck with it. Why would I stop it? Because it's not just dark pop. Like it can still be other things. And I want to keep venturing in that and finding a way to even, I honestly want to challenge myself to find a way to take things like that aren't necessarily so much in the field of what I'm doing, and seeing if I can find a way to like still make it work, still make it my own. Because that's, I think, when you really know that you've got something going as an artist, is when you can take something that isn't supposed to be you, so to speak, especially genre-wise, and still make it you. I think that's so cool. That song is definitely more geared towards Halloween. I guess any of them could be played in like a spooky Halloween manner. But I definitely like to say spooky pop when describing my stuff now. I think that's like a fun way to go about it.
I've got an appetite. Specific days get lonely. Not trying to start tonight. Cause a girl's gotta eat, yeah. I might be out of touch, but I won't take it slowly. Don't need to talk too much. Get my body to speak. Oh, you think you got me, but you don't. I got you. Oh, you're such a sucker if you think
I think a big part of what makes dark pop is not only the subject matter, but the sonics, like sonically what it's sounding like. I think I've started saying, instead of dark pop, I started saying spooky pop. And the most fun is when I be like, let me just show you. And I show it and they're like, oh, I get it. So I think I go sonically, at least, based off a vibe. I like things that sound almost like eerie and haunting and kind of like, I don't know, I've tried to describe it to people and it feels like this blanket of like, not darkness as in like a scary heaviness, but like something a little dark and sinister, but that like feels good. It's like empowering and powerful. And I think that's something that's really fun that I've been trying to incorporate into my music. It's like a darkness, but like an empowering one, if that makes sense. When I first started writing music, it was after high school, and I definitely was more in the like straight up pop lane. I think it's really important for any artist starting out to try a bunch of different things to see where you fit. I kind of grew up teaching myself how to sing, and because of that, I could sing a lot of different styles. So then when I got into a room to try and create for myself, it was almost daunting because there was a lot of things I liked singing, but that doesn't mean it's what I wanted to do myself. And I had to like kind of sift through a lot of different things to find it. When I started actually even releasing music, it wasn't this. I kind of did like more of a pop R&B thing, which I still really fuck with. And I'd love to incorporate like a little bit more of, like I love incorporating R&B melodies and stuff. And I'd love to continue doing that. But I did more of like a straight up pop R&B thing for like my first 2 songs. And then I kind of like ventured into a pop rock area a little bit, which was super cool and worked. But I started thinking, when I get up on stage, am I gonna be excited to sing these songs? And the answer I found more and more was coming up no. And I think that's really important to recognize too, and that's totally okay if that's what it is. I wouldn't change any of those songs. They were very much true to me when I did them, but I as a human had to evolve, and my music evolved along with it. And I started kind of going into a bit more of a, or I wanted to, into a darker pop vibe. And I did a Halloween themed EP. And Kiss Me, Kill Me, which I actually got tattooed here because it was the first song of mine to ever reach 1 million streams, and now 2 million, which is absolutely nuts. But it's also like a Halloween themed dark pop song. So clearly people got something from that was like hitting them in the right way. And that means that that's probably what I should be doing. And moreover, that's what I liked doing. So I started trying to venture into more of that like darker, powerful, spookier area. And I love spooky stuff. Like that's one of the fundamentals of who I am. So it just all made sense.
Tragic, flipping your switch like it's magic. Got a degree in dramatic. Baby, you being erratic, pretending you're sorry. Dropping the act in a heartbeat. Second and nobody's watching, but I'm always watching. At the snap of a finger, you're someone else. You got 2 sides, baby, switch.
I've got a show coming up November 8th that I'm doing at the Peppermint Club. I'm playing Breaking Sound at the Peppermint Club, which I'm super excited about. And it's the first time I'll be able to perform all of the songs off of Chapter 2, because they're not out yet. But by then it'll be close enough that I can sneak some of them in there. Hi, my name is Ari Hicks, and you've just been buzzed.